My dear brothers and sisters, I would like to place today's celebration in the context of the times, the age in which we live. We speak of today as the age of transience. People in former days kept a thing for life. Today, that is no longer the case. We keep on using things and then discarding them. People in the world are always going out, going in for new things, new cars, new dresses, new clothes, new houses even. That is part of life. We use things and we discard them. And a similar attitude seems often creeps in our relationships. There was a time when commitments meant for life. Today, people even doubt the possibility of a lifelong commitment. Relationships change. We see, for example, marriage relationships and commitments being broken every day. We live so much in a world of fragile promises and easily broken commitments. It is in this context that I like to place today's celebration. When our 6 Jubileans come here to celebrate, to thank God for the past 25 and 50 years. Today is first of all a celebration of fidelity. God's fidelity to our Jubileans and their reciprocal fidelity. Very beautifully in the introduction, Sister Merlin spoke of religious commitment profession as a call to follow Jesus more closely, a call to holiness. 25 and 50 years ago, our Jubileans heard that call, and they committed themselves to God that call. And today, as they look back on their lives, they are thankful to God for God's fidelity to them. It is to a faithful God that each of us makes his or her commitment, and our God is faithful. And they, on their part, have done their best to remain faithful to God's call. Today, we come here today to celebrate their fidelity and to thank God for his grace to them and for their faithful response to that grace. Today's celebration is a celebration of fidelity. It is also a celebration of fruitfulness. As our Jubileans look back on their lives and see how God's grace has been so faithful, has been so fruitful in their lives. Again, the introduction spoke of what each one of these Jubileans has done. How the grace of God has not remained in vain. It has produced a lot of fruit in their lives. Very beautifully, Jesus in today's gospel tells us that he has called us so that our lives may be fruitful. And he gives us the secret of that fruitfulness, that we abide in them. For the past years, our Jubileans have indeed carried out those words of Jesus. They have remained with him, abiding in his love, and allowing that love to bear abundant fruit. Today is thus a celebration of fidelity as well as of fruitfulness. That is why we want to thank God and join with our Jubileans in thanking God for his fidelity and their fidelity, for the fruitfulness of their lives. My dear brothers and sisters, a Jubilee is a moment when we stop and look back on the past. We look back on the past with thanksgiving and joy. But the Jubilee is not the end. It is not a full stop. It is rather a comma in one's life, when one pauses for a moment and looks back, but also looks forward. Our Jubileans look back to the past with thanksgiving in their hearts, but they look forward to the future with renewed enthusiasm. They want to dedicate their lives once again to God and continue in that commitment to God. For all that has been, thanks, they say. But to all that will be, they say yes. What are the sentiments of our jubilarians as they celebrate the jubilee of their commitment? I'd like to express the sentiments in the form of a parable that I once came across. It is entitled The Parable of Tomorrow. And it reads, I looked at the mountain. It is too hard, Lord, I said. I cannot climb. Take my hand, he whispered. I will be your strength. I saw the road. It is too long, Lord, I said, so rough and hard. Take my love, he answered. I will guard your feet. I looked at the sky. The sun is gone, I said. Already it grows dark. Take the lantern of my word, he answered. That will be light enough. We climbed. The road was narrow and steep, but the way was bright. And when the thorns reached out, they found his hand before they touched my own. And when my path grew rough, I knew it was his love that kept my feet from stumbling. Then I grew tired. I can go no further, Lord, I said. He answered, night is gone. Look up, my child. I looked, and it was dawn. Green valleys stretched below. I can go alone now, I said. And then I saw the marks. Lord, thou art wounded. The hands are bleeding. Thy feet are bruised. Was it for me? He whispered. I did it gladly. Then I fell at his feet. Lord, lead me on, I cried. No road too long, no valley too deep, if thou art with me. We walk together, now and forever. My dear brothers and sisters, we join with the sisters today as they pledge themselves to walk together with Jesus. They can look back and see the number of valleys and difficulties they have overcome, but it was always with Jesus as their companion. And they know that he will continue to be their companion for the years to come. As we join with them in the constant joy and join with them as they pledge themselves to the Lord, we pray that they may always find Jesus as their companion as they walk with him today and forever.